With the Caribbean threat mounting, Venezuela adopted a new approach to flex military might, releasing highly choreographed displays to show it can defend itself against any foreign move. The Venezuelan military has been promoting its war preparations across social media, using dramatic visuals and bold messaging to convince the world that its forces are fully mobilized. The show of force by Maduro's army comes in the face of a possible U.S. offensive in the Caribbean, signaling that Caracas is preparing for scenarios once considered unthinkable. Experts told CNN that Venezuela's show of force is a strategic attempt to showcase military capabilities, even if its real strength may be far smaller than what's being projected. CNN analyzed Venezuelan military footage and found that many of these videos have been online since September 2025, raising questions about whether Caracas is recycling old propaganda. The United States, however, is not far behind, unveiling its own show of air and naval might to remind Venezuela, and the region, of its overwhelming military superiority. The U.S. held an attack demo on November 27 with recon aircraft, attack planes, and bombers, demonstrating how quickly and effectively American forces can mobilize in the region. Analysts admit the U.S. is the dominant force against Caracas' much smaller and more modest military, reinforcing the understanding that Venezuela cannot match American firepower. But the director of the Americas program at SIZE warned that Venezuela must not be underestimated, noting that even a weaker force can inflict real damage if a conflict erupts. Despite the U.S. overwhelming might, Caracas has ramped up its defenses, especially near the northern coastline, reinforcing areas closest to American naval positions. A corridor that connects the Caribbean, where U.S. ships are stationed, to Caracas is now heavily fortified, turning it into a strategically significant pathway in any potential conflict. Hedgehog obstacles have reportedly been placed along with heavy machinery on the highway, creating barriers meant to slow or block any possible land advance toward the capital. Venezuela also reportedly has a mix of older and smaller air defense systems supplied by Russia, equipment that may be outdated but still capable of creating tactical challenges. Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro ordered his armed forces to be alert and ready, signaling that his military should prepare for rapid mobilization at a moment's notice. Maduro claimed he is ready to declare Caracas a republic in arms amid rising tensions with Trump, framing the standoff as a patriotic struggle for national survival. The Venezuelan president, who has a $50 million U.S. bounty on his head, claimed full confidence in victory, projecting defiance even as global analysts doubt his military chances. Never has anything broken the Venezuelan will, neither the blockade, nor the sanctions, nor the psychological war, nor everything they claim to launch against Venezuela. They have not managed to do it, and they never will. Where they tried to sow fear, division, courage, willpower, bravery, and national unity grew stronger. We have drawn great lessons from this situation and from all those we have lived through, but particularly from this one we have drawn great reflections. In previous years, filled with apparent calm, we could not discern with the clarity we now have from the point of view of national interests and our people's right to peace. In these months, major popular military and police joint exercises have been successfully carried out. The Independence 200 exercises from north to south, from east to west, in all integral defense zones of the country, in all integral defense regions of the country, throughout the national territory, demonstrating an immense capacity for coordination, command, control, communication, and above all popular military-police union, which expresses the desire of all Venezuela to defend our right to peace and stability, as guaranteed by international law, the United Nations Charter and our Constitution of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. Today we say in Venezuela there is no threat or aggression that frightens our people or takes us by surprise. Our people have prepared themselves with unshaken serenity to defend their homeland, their seas, their sky, their soul and their history, with Bolivar at the forefront.